afternoon to Madam Umaira and fellow classmates. My name is Muhammad Ali and this is my fellow collaborators. So today presentation focuses on managerial roles in different organizational environments, with particular emphasis on how managers navigate innovation, uncertainty, and organizational culture in contemporary settings. Through this presentation, we aim to highlight that effective management extends beyond formal authority and is fundamentally shaped by adaptability and environmental awareness. In today's complex and rapidly changing business environment, managerial roles are no longer static or uniform. Managers are increasingly required to respond to dynamic conditions such as technological advancement, market volatility, and evolving organizational cultures. As a result, managerial effectiveness depends not only on technical competence, but also on the ability to adapt roles and decision-making approaches to different organizational environments. This presentation examines how such environmental factors influence managerial roles and why this understanding is critical for sustainable organizational performance. Our discussion is supported by selected academic articles that provide insight into contemporary management practices. The first article analyzed in this presentation is titled "The Role of Organizational Culture in Driving Managerial Innovations." This article is published in the Journal of Innovations and Entrepreneurship, a reputable academic journal that focuses on research in innovation, leadership, and modern management. This study explores how organizational culture influences managerial innovation, particularly within startup environments characterized by high uncertainty and rapid change. The authors propose that innovation is not solely driven by individual managerial ability, but emerge from the interaction between managerial actions and the organizational culture in which they operate. This perspective reframes managerial roles as context dependent rather than universally fixed. This article critically examines how an organization's internal culture serves as a key determinant of managerial innovation and long-term sustainability. The research highlights that managers in startup environments often operate under conditions of intense competition, limited resources, and significant uncertainty. Under such conditions, managers are required to make strategic decisions where the consequences of misjudgment can be substantial. A central finding of the study is that supportive and flexible organizational cultures enable managers to take calculated risks, encourage experimentation, and implement innovative solutions. In contrast, rigid and risk-averse cultures tend to suppress creativity and limit managerial adaptability. The article further identifies several challenges faced by managers in fostering innovation. Firstly, promoting innovation in unstable environments is particularly challenging, as uncertainty often leads managers to prioritize short-term survival over long-term innovation. Secondly, Rigid organizational cultures constrain managerial flexibility. Traditional hierarchies and strict procedures reduce autonomy, making it difficult for managers to respond effectively to emerging challenges. Finally, the article highlights the tension between short-term operational efficiency and long-term innovation goals. While short-term performance is essential, an excessive focus on immediate outcomes can undermine sustainable growth and innovation-driven success. Overall, the finding emphasizes that managerial effectiveness is strongly shaped by organizational culture and environmental context rather than authority or technical expertise value. So I'm going to pass my presentation to Aikan. Thank you.
Okay, and I will think about the innovation challenges that stated by the author. First challenges is promoting innovation in unstable environment. Nowadays, economy does have fast-pacing and it keeps changing every time. With unstable economies, it gives a problem for the R&D department to create new product, new services, or even new items. And every risk that the R&D department make to sell the product, it could lead to a greater risk. The second problem is rigid culture limits managerial flexibility. This statement is supported by traditional culture of organization. Hierarchy culture make a problem for communication, experiments, adaptability, or driving a new ideas. By creating a communication barrier from the low status of employee towards the high status manager, it could hold back the new innovation or new idea to be created. Then the third one is balancing short-term and long-term goals. This problem is another common problem that we're facing by a lot of companies nowadays. If they want to balance short-term and long-term goals, either they create a new strategy or just leave the short-term goals behind. Even if they do indeed create a new strategy, they may have creating a new conflict between staff since it could not satisfy everyone. Then from the author recommendation, first one is cultivating an innovation-oriented culture. This statement is just saying that a company or organization should not just stay with the current situation. They need to develop and adopt new changes to stay relevant nowadays. They could inherit values, rewards, and support innovation to make the efficiency greater. Then the second one is encourage participative leadership. This recommendation is saying that collaborative decision making could create a new option for them. Since by taking an option from just a manager alone, the manager could not see perspective from the other department or any other individual. By collaborative decision making, it could take ideas from everyone and finding the midpoint so it could satisfy everyone. The third recommendation is align management with economic condition. The reason for this statement is nowadays companies or organizations tend to have chances of bankruptcy. This statement is just saying that by aligning management with nowadays economic, it could reduce the chances of bankruptcy and stay stable on the market. Then, this is our recommendation. First of all, we should embracing digital innovation tools. This statement is supporting towards an economy to stay relevant in the market. By taking a new management system, AI powered analytics, even new technological that were general nowadays, it could enhance the efficiency of a certain companies nowadays. Then the next one is prioritizing innovation training and development. This training and development is for managers nowadays. We are not stating that managers nowadays doesn't have a great leadership skill. It's just saying that we recommending them to enhance their own skill and keep improving. This would focus their leadership skill to be better and much better than before. Then the third one is implementing reward system for innovation. Reward system is not just bonus or money nowadays. By giving recognition and a new position for the lower employee, it could enhance their productivity and performance for the organization. Then I'll pass this presentation to Kumar.
Article 2, empowering middle management. Building middle managers' dynamic capacity. This article explored how middle manager can develop critical dynamic capacity. The ability to integrate, build and reconfigure internal and external competence to address rapidly changing environments. Second thing, Author Antonio Kupich, authored by a team renowned for their work in organizational development and strategy to human resource management. This piece offers a fresh perspective on a historical overlook managerial gear. Lastly, Journal of Technology Transfer, published in a journal emphasizing the practical application of knowledge and innovation. The article provided actionable insight for strategic middle management in technology-driven context. Summary: Antonio Kupich shed light on the often underestimated yet crucial roles of middle management in organizational success. Their research specifically targets middle management, examining how they are accurate and define dynamic managerial capacity, a skill essential for navigating complex, ever-evolving business landscape. The article emphasizes that these capacities are not merely technological skill but encompass a broader range of abilities, including forensic, strategic sensing, resource integration, and internal coordination. The author wrote their analysis in the context of highly collaborative environment, recognizing that in today's interconnected workplace, effective middle management relies heavily on cross-functional communication, team leadership, and the ability to foster cooperation. The adaptability challenges first are struggling to adapt to rapid change. This core issue identified is the prevalent difficult middle manager face in effectively adapting to the relentless pace of change in modern business. Modern organizations change very quickly due to technology, AI, digital system, and marketing competition. Middle managers often struggle to keep up with this rapid change because they must manage daily operations while also learning new system and process. This makes adaptation stressful and challenging. Second, traditional roles limit flexibility. Historical middle management roles have been characterized by more administrative and oversight functions. Historical middle management were mainly responsible for administrative tasks, supervision, and enforce rules. These traditional rules leave little room for creativity, innovation, or flexible decision making. As a result, middle management may find it difficult to adjust to modern expectations that require agility and quickly respond. Lastly, need to strategic contribution. Organization including expert middle management manager to be more than just operation supervisor. That's all for me. I will pass to Azhar.
For this article, the author suggests 3 main actions to strengthen middle managers. First, organization need to promote collaboration. This means encouraging teamwork across departments, open communication and knowledge sharing, because middle managers work best in connected environment. Second, they emphasize experiential learning. Middle managers should not only attend training but also gain a real experience through a job rotation, projects and monitoring. This helps them build practical skill to handle real challenges. Third, role of middle managers must be redefined. They should not just focus on supervision but also play a strategic role, contribute ideas and be given more authority to make decisions. From a student perspective, we also propose 3 additional improvements. First is mentoring programs. Guidance from senior leaders can help middle managers to improve decision-making skills and critical thinking. Second is collaborative exposure. Managers should be exposed to different teams, department and even culture to improve adaptability and leadership abilities. Third is performance evaluation based on adaptability. Managers should not only be judged by result but how well they adjust to change and manage new situations. In conclusion, both articles are highlighting that managers play a critical role on shaping organization and they are playing strategic role on adapting organization changes. Effective management requires control, innovation and adaptability. Even in uncertain economy, managers also need to push learning, collaboration and dynamic capabilities to gain and move further forwards. These are our reference. Thank you. That's all from us.